Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Neal and I am your NFL guru here to bring you some awesome Week 10 predictions. It's going to be a good week. Let's just recap. Week 9 was a very solid week. Nailed a few of the upsets. Wish I hit on that Redskins Seahawks upset because I had a gut feeling, but man, that was one of the best games I've seen in a long time. A lot of good games last week. Let's go ahead and move on to a very exciting week this week. Some good prime time games as well. So let's get started on Thursday night football. We got the Seahawks at the Cardinals in a clash of big divisional foes, what used to be a huge rivalry. No Carson Palmer for the Cardinals. Because of that, I'm going to have to take Seattle to win this one, but it's going to be a nail biter. Get ready because Adrian Peterson, who everyone's saying bench on fantasy, I think he actually has a big game. They have to lean on the run. He shows up when needed. Look for the Cardinals to keep this close, but Seattle's going to win this game in the end. Bengals at the Titans. I think the Bengals will cover the spread, but look for Tennessee to win this one. Definitely a safe pick to pick. Vikings at the Redskins. Gotta go with Washington. They're going to get a little bit hot. They're at home. And the Vikings are coming off a bye. They're not too great on the road, so we'll see how they do. Chargers at the Jaguars. My upset pick of the week. And though it kills me to say it, I'm going to go with the Chargers to upset the 5-3 Jaguars at Jacksonville. This will be a great game, but look for Phillip Rivers to force the game-winning drive for a game-winning field goal from Lambo to win this one. Jets at the Buccaneers. I gotta go with the Buccaneers. Yeah, a bit of a shocker. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick goes ahead and beats his old team. Winston has been playing very, very badly this season. So look for Ryan Fitzpatrick really step up. The Harvard kid comes through and wins a big game for Tampa Bay. Saints at the Bills. Another upset. I'm taking the home team here, the Buffalo Bills, to win this one. After getting blown out by the Jets, they win at home and beat a hot Saints team in this one. Packers at the Bears in what used to be one of the best rivalry games known to sports. But I'm taking the Bears to win this one at home. Without Aaron Rodgers, there's no way the Packers can hang with the Bears at all. There's no way. Chicago's defense is extremely good when they have home field advantage as well. Browns at the Lions. Gotta go with Detroit. I think they're at home and they're just going to destroy the Browns here. Steelers at the Colts. This is going to be a very close game. Look for Marlon back to have a big game, but I'm going to take the Steelers to win this one on the road. And the Colts pretty much end their playoff dreams with this loss. Texans at the Rams. Rams at home. They're going to decimate the Texans. Look for them to absolutely obliterate Tom Savage in the pocket. That Rams defense and offense is really clicking this year. Cowboys at the Falcons. Atlanta's at home. They may be an underdog, but I'm still taking them to win. We don't know this whole situation with Zeke, man, so we got to take Atlanta in this one. The Giants at the 49ers, the battle of two of the worst teams in the NFL, and I'm going to have to go with the Giants here. You know, I picked the Niners a couple of times, and both times I've been wrong, and I don't want to be wrong again in this situation, so I'm just going to roll with the Giants here. I think Evan Ingram has himself 80 to 90 yards and a touchdown. Patriots at the Broncos, and it's Sunday night football. And in this one, I'm going to go with New England. They get their revenge from losing to Denver last time. Osweiler was at home Sunday night. Anderson ran for the game-winning touchdown overtime, but this time New England gets their revenge. It'll be an exhausting game for New England. They're in a high altitude, and they're barely going to edge out the Denver Broncos in this one. Finally, we got Monday night football, and then a Dolphins at the Panthers matchup. And what's not that great of a matchup, but a sneaky good defensive game. I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers with Cam Newton to win this one. And it's going to be Christian McCaffrey's big game today. He's had some big games this year, but that night Christian McCaffrey's going to drop 120 to 130 yards and almost 2 touchdowns, if not 3 touchdowns, 2 of them being receiving. He's going to have himself a game this week. Fantasy starts and sits. Quarterback start Matt Ryan. Gotta have him against that porous Dallas secondary. Sit Casey Keenum. Don't trust him this week. He's on the road. And it's after the bye. I think they lost a little bit of their mojo this week. Running back, start Todd Gurley and Lesean McCoy. Gurley against the Texans, automatic start. Gurley's been phenomenal this year running back. So, it's a given. You got to start him. And Lesean McCoy had a tough game against the Jets, almost 2.5 fantasy points. Yikes. Look for him to bounce back and play a Saints defense, who I think he'll run all over. Wide receivers, Doug Baldwin, he's a primetime god. Look for him to have a huge game against the Cardinals. And A.J. Green. Yeah, he got ejected. Imagine what he's going to do to the corner covering him this week. It's going to be some fun. Wide receivers, sit Ted Ginn. Definitely don't trust him at all this week. I don't think he's going to have a good week at all. I think last week was his blowout week. And Larry Fitzgerald, if Sherman's covering him, I don't trust Fitz at all this week. Tight ends, I'm giving you a special tight end package here because there are 2 that are such good starts. You got to start them. Rob Gronkowski against the Broncos on Sunday Night Football. You got to roll with him. He's your perfect tight end for the week. And Evan Ingram, all the targets when Sheppard's covered. We know Ingram's getting the ball. These guys are going to have such good games. They've had such good seasons as well. So go ahead and start them with comfort. Sit Julius Thomas. Don't like him at all this week. I think he scored last week, but this week he's just going to completely fall off. Kicker Chris Boswell. Look for the Colts defense to hold the Steelers in the red zone quite a bit. So a lot of field goals are going to be coming in. And sit Lambo. I think he's only have 1, maybe 2 field goals at the most against the Jaguars. Defense, LA Rams. I think the Rams are an automatic start with Savage at quarterback for the Texans. Look for the defense to get 3 or 4 sacks and maybe even a defensive touchdown. Sit the Broncos defense. They are playing New England after all. Not a smart start at all. And finally, we got the sleepers. Quarterback, he should not be a sleeper anymore, but for some reason, he's still not on a lot of fantasy teams. So please pick him up and start him this week if you have anyone on the bye. For example, if you got Derek Carr on the bye and you're a Raiders guy, gotta go with Jared Goff this week. He is the move. He's playing the Texans defense, who's really struggling, especially without Whitney Merciless and J.J. Watt. You got to start Goff. Running backs, Alvin Kamara has really been blowing up for the Saints. I think he's a great start this week, along with Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack's going to get a heavy load against the Steelers. Wide receivers, Robert Woods. Wow, did he have a game or what? A touchdown on 3rd and 33. Unbelievable last week. I think he keeps that strong effort and continues to do well. And Sterling Sheppard playing the 49ers. You know he's going to have a big week. Finally, tight end sleeper, and I mean sleeper. You want to hear a sleeper? I got you. A.J. Derby against the Patriots. Yes, the Denver tight end is a great start this week. He's going to get high volume, and I think he goes for almost 100 yards and a touchdown this week. So there you have it, folks. Those are my Week 10 NFL predictions. Also, some good college football games this week, which with my highlight of the week being out of the Miami game. I think they're going to upset Notre Dame at home. But my highlight, personally, TCU at Oklahoma. I'm going to go with Oklahoma to win this game there. So there you have it, folks. Those are all my predictions. Stay tuned and get ready for an awesome week of the NFL. Have a good one.